Well, it's Memorial Day, and I've got I'm out in the garden here. I'm going to show a little bit of the garden, just a little bit of what I planted. I planted some corn over here. I got some little guys coming up right now, and I got just a little bit late going in, but it's coming up. And then I've also got some uh, Rhonda, my wife. She bought some cabbage, and it's called late flat Dutch cabbage. So I don't know what that is, but it's cabbage. And then we got some other, some herbs and things that we put in, and then some onions and some tomatoes, a lot of tomatoes. And so I say all this because it's kind of fun to some in aspects of being able to, if anything, while I'm working out in the garden, I'm able to also just have a time and chance to communicate with God. And while I'm sort of in nature as well, I can hear the birds singing, and it's kind of fun in some ways. It's work, but it's fun. And as I was doing the garden, I noticed that it was just a couple days ago. It was Sunday, so I didn't come out on Sunday to work in the garden. Put a little bit of water on it, but other than that, I thought, I need to take the day off. And when I took the day off, I come in here now Monday, Memorial Day, and I noticed that there's these little bits of weeds that have just popped up within no more than 48 hours. Boom, they're up. And they're just really small. And it got me to thinking, how quickly the enemy wants to plant seeds of destruction into our lives, into my life, where there's, it's like all of a sudden, where did that come from? And so to be diligent then and come along and say, you know what, Lord, I take the weeds out of my garden and show me what I need to do in my own life to get rid of those things, and show me, Lord, and my dependence upon you. And so just a little note of what are the weeds that are in your soul, or in the garden of your life. What are those things that need to be taken out? And so I just a little quick thought about when we take a look at, many times when I look at the world, or when I look at the things that are going on, a lot of times I can point fingers very fast. But it's always good to have that introspection of what is going on in your own life, what's going on in my life. And so I this morning, again, just grateful to have a garden, grateful to have all these different things, but grateful, one, more than just a garden, but to have that ability to be able to work these things out with God. What are the weeds in my life? What are those things in which need to be taken out? And some of those may hurt. Some of those weeds have been let for time to be grown. And so, Lord, will you even take out those things that are really hard, that have been implanted into my life that need to be rooted and taken out? Because God wants the good stuff in our lives. He's made us for a purpose. And the question is, are we willing to fulfill that? Are we willing to walk into those areas? And a lot of times those weeds will actually come and look like the cabbage, right? Or look like the corn, look like the things that should be there. But in reality, they're not. And so, anyways, I give that thought to you today. Blessings.